Hey everybody, alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to use Google Notebook to check for IEP development support. A big thanks to Molly Greer, who is our Director of Special Education, who created this Google Notebook and has found over the last year that it's been very helpful to our special education teachers, ensuring that we are correct in our IEPs, making us more efficient and more effective. You'll notice that when you look at this notebook, which I've already opened, we have several sources that have been uploaded. Now, to get those sources, what I've done is put a link in the description below the video. You click on that link, it's going to take you to this Google Doc. From there, you can click on links to sources for your notebook. It'll take you to a shared folder, and you'll have the resources that you need to create your own Google Notebook. I'm going to show you just a few different examples of how it can be used. And we'll jump right in with looking at the PLEP. So what I have is a make-believe student, and you'll notice it's got reading, evaluation, progress, data, strengths, needs, comparison to peers, adverse effect. I'm going to use this document as a source. Now, normally I would like to just copy and paste it into the chat box, but it's too many characters, so it's not going to allow me to actually click enter and upload it. So I'm going to add it as a source. I'm going to click on add, go to Google Drive, student A example, and click insert. Now what I'm going to ask it to do is check for PLP components for that source. So I'm going to copy and paste for the source titled student A example. Alright, and then I'll hit the blue arrow button. And what it's going to do is it's going to research the student A example, checking for PLP components by going by the documents which we originally uploaded. And you'll notice it's already given me a response. It's telling me what is correct. It tells me what I may need to change, if there's anything that's missing. Now you can be very specific in your direction. So in other words, you could say, please check for any inaccuracies, please check if I'm missing anything that's required for the PLP, so on and so forth. But let's jump on a different topic now. So we're going to go to next. You can type in a goal that you've created and ask Notebook if it is an acceptable goal. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go to sample goal. I'm going to copy and paste it. Alright, go back to my notebook. I'm going to delete the original student A example. You don't have to, but I would recommend it because remember, it's always going to refer to the documents that you have uploaded. Now, in case you're not aware, if you want Notebook to do some work, but you want to keep a source in there and not delete it, but for that particular moment in time, you don't want Notebook to access that one particular source, all you have to do is unclick it. And so it will not refer to that source. But in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and delete it because we're not going to need it. Okay. So now I'm going to paste the goal in. And what I'm going to do is actually go back to the original document, notes, and I'm going to ask Notebook if this is an acceptable goal. And I'm actually going to go back to the top of it. Okay, is this an acceptable goal? Okay, and shift enter so I can drop that down, and I'm going to click the button and let's see what it tells us. Alright, so it tells us what is acceptable about it, and it also tells us what is it that we need to change within it. So it gives you the information that you have. Now here's what's interesting. It says, according to IEP guides providing the sources, this goal would be considered unacceptable because it combines multiple distinct skill sets into a single goal. What you can then do is interact with it and ask it to write the goal for you based on its recommendation. Now let's take that a little bit further And let's say you have no goal written at all. So we're going to go back to our notebook notes, and we're going to ask it to create a goal for us and SDI. In this case, we're going to be talking about a third grade student. I have a third grade student who is at kindergarten reading level needing reading comprehension. Please create a goal and SDI. So let's see what it comes up with for us. Alright, so you'll notice that very quickly it has developed a goal as well as SDI. So this is just a clear example of how you can use Notebook to help you with IEP development support. What I really like about Notebook in a situation like this is that it will only refer to the sources which you have uploaded. In other words, unlike creating a Google Gemini gem, which goes out, for lack of better terms, to the internet to look for resources and to conduct research, with Notebook you're confining it to the resources that you give it, ensuring that you're having a greater deal of accuracy for whatever task that you're working on. So I hope you have found this video very helpful, and I look forward to creating some new ones for you in the future. Thank you.